overthinking paralyzing you? It's not random. It's triggered. What if you could finally see exactly what's setting your overthinking into motion? In Chapter 2, Mapping Your Inner Workings, we'll dive into identifying your specific overthinking triggers, because once you know what triggers your overthinking, you gain the power to stop the cycle before it even starts. This is where we get strategic about reclaiming your mental peace. All right, let's get into the heart of becoming a thought detective. This isn't about blaming yourself. It's about empowering yourself to stop the overthinking. You need to become a detective of your own mind, observing without judgment. We're going to pinpoint those moments and conditions that trigger your overthinking. Think of it as gathering intel on your own mental patterns. First, let's tune into your early warning signs, your body cues. Did you know that your body often knows overthinking is coming before your conscious mind does? Do you feel a knot in your stomach, or tension in your shoulders or jaw, or your heart is racing? Pay attention to these physical shifts. They are signals overthinking is about to take hold. Now, let's break down the external cues. When does your overthinking typically kick in? Is it late at night when you're trying to sleep? First thing in the morning when you check your phone? Or when you're facing a big decision? Pay attention to the time of the day, specific events, or moments right before that restless thought spiral. Now, where are you usually when your overthinking takes hold? Is it at your desk, in bed, or you're completely alone? Your environment can play a huge role in triggering certain thought patterns. Notice if specific locations seems to amplify your mind's endless loop. And finally, the how. This is about the conditions and nature of the thoughts themselves. What are you thinking about when overthinking starts? Is it anxiety, fear, frustration, or even excitement that turns into worry? This is about recognizing the specific form your overthinking takes. By becoming a thought detective and carefully observing your body cues, the when, the where, and the how of your overthinking, you essentially see the storm clouds before the rain. This powerful awareness is your early warning system, the first critical step to interrupting the cycle and taking back control. All right, so we've talked about external cues and your body's early warnings, but sometimes the trigger isn't out there. It's deep inside. What if the real sabotage is hiding in plain sight within your own mind? Let's shine a light on some common internal triggers that can set your overthinking into overdrive. First up, limiting beliefs. Those sneaky, often unconscious thoughts you're holding about yourself. Things like, I'm not good enough, I always mess things up, or it's too risky. When these beliefs are active, your brain will constantly look for evidence to support them, leading to the endless rumination about perceived flaws or potential failures. It's like your internal program is stuck on a negative loop. Next, past life experiences or unresolved emotion. Our brains are wired to learn from the past. If you had a negative experience, a past failure, a betrayal, or a moment of deep regret, and the emotions around it haven't been fully processed, your mind can drag you back to it, replaying the scenarios, trying to fix it or prevent it from ever happening again. This often manifests as an endless what if I had done this differently spirals. And finally, a big one, the need for perfection and control. If you believe everything has to be flawless or you have every single variable locked down, your mind will work overtime. It will obsess over tiny details, replaying decisions and trying to account for every possible outcome. This isn't about healthy preparation. It's about impossible standards that guarantees endless overthinking because the true perfection and total control simply doesn't exist. Recognizing these internal drivers is just as critical as spotting external triggers. They are the hidden engines of your overthinking, and understanding them is key to disarming their power. Now, let's get into how we can turn this understanding into action. You've learned to spot the internal drivers and the subtle body cues. What if you had a personalized map to every single one of your overthinking traps? We'll get to how you can create that map very soon. Let's first talk about a massive and incredibly common external trigger that often sets the spin into motion, especially into today's world. It's the tidal wave of information overload. The constant news, endless social media, and the digital noise creates a never-ending stream of updates and pressure to know everything immediately. This massive amount of data overwhelms your brain, making it impossible to process. It creates a constant, relentless pressure of anxiety and overthinking about everything you might be missing or you should be doing. Your mind gets caught in a loop, trying to make sense of a world constantly screaming for your attention. Here's the hard truth and your power. You can control how much you let in, and you can't control every situation. Remember this: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. By understanding this widespread external trigger alongside your internal ones and body cues, you're building a comprehensive picture. This is the power of mapping your internal workings, and soon you'll learn the exact tool to put it all together. Okay, let's get into creating your own over trigger journal. You've been gathering the intel, observing your body cues, the when, the where, the how, and understanding both internal and external triggers. This journal is where you put it all together to truly see the patterns emerge. This isn't about judging yourself or your thoughts. It's about becoming a detached observer, a detective of your own thoughts. Every time you feel that familiar overthinking spin start, grab your journal and jot down your body cues. What physical sensations did you notice? The when, what time was it happening? What specific event just happened or was about to happen? The where were you when this happened? The how, what were the specific thoughts or questions looping in your mind? What emotions were present? The triggers, and based on what we had discussed, an internal trigger like a limiting belief or a need for perfection, or an external one like information overload. The more consistently you log these details, the clearer the picture becomes. You'll start to notice the reoccurring themes, the predictable situations, and the specific thought patterns that constantly pull you into overthinking. This awareness is your ultimate power, allowing you to anticipate and eventually interrupt the cycle. Okay, so you've done the critical work. You've mapped your inner workings and identified your specific overthinking triggers. You're seeing the storm clouds before the rain, and that's powerful. But what happens when those thoughts still show up? What do you do with those negative patterns once you recognize them? Knowing your triggers is half the battle, but the other half is learning to fight back. That's exactly what we'll tackle in Chapter 3, Detangling the Knots. We will deep dive into challenging those negative thought patterns head on, giving you concrete, actionable ways to overcome them. This is where you learn to truly take back control of your mind. Click here to watch Chapter 3 and learn how to finally detangle those mental knots for good. And if you'd like to pick up the actual print version of Unburdened, How to Stop Overthinking, the 8-step guide for clarity and real results, check out the link in the description or in the comments below.